The world was caught off guard when Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer were seen shaking hands outside 10 Downing Street. What began as a routine diplomatic visit became the launchpad for a powerful new alliance. Few in Washington saw it coming, a strategic pivot that left the White House scrambling for answers. For weeks, official channels spoke only of trade and culture, but behind closed doors, negotiators crafted a sweeping partnership. The final agreement covered defense, maritime security, climate, and investment, far more than a simple trade deal. President Prabowo was signaling Indonesia's readiness to forge its own path, building new friendships beyond the usual superpowers. With the US focused inward under President Trump's second term, uncertainty was growing among allies. Prabowo saw opportunity, a post-Brexit UK eager to redefine its global role, and Indonesia ready to diversify. The London Agreement was a calculated move to ensure Indonesia wouldn't be dependent on any single superpower. Washington's initial reaction was stunned silence, then a flurry of diplomatic activity. The new UK partnership marked a significant shift, showing Indonesia was seeking partners who offered real benefits without political baggage. The London surprise was more than a headline. It was a sign that the old rules of global politics were being rewritten. President Prabowo was holding the pen. The world was watching, and the message was clear. Indonesia was charting its own course. The Indonesia-UK partnership stands on 4 pillars: economy, defense, climate, and human development. The economic pillar aims to boost trade and investment, with the UK supporting Indonesia's digital and green industries, and gaining access to a booming market. Defense is at the core. This isn't just about buying weapons, but building a true partnership. The UK will transfer advanced military technology and help Indonesia develop its own defense industry, including joint training and intelligence sharing. Climate change is the third pillar, with the UK funding renewable energy and rainforest protection to help Indonesia adapt and thrive. The fourth pillar is human development, more scholarships for Indonesian students, and support for healthcare and education. This is about connecting people, not just governments. By sharing knowledge and fostering cultural ties, the partnership aims for a lasting friendship. These 4 pillars form a comprehensive, modern alliance. It's a framework designed for the future, not just the present. Both nations stand to gain, economically, strategically, and socially. This is a partnership built to endure. At the heart of the partnership is the $4 billion Maritime Partnership Program, set to transform Indonesia's relationship with its seas. The goal: modernize Indonesia's Coast Guard and Navy with new ships, drones, and radar to protect against illegal fishing and smuggling. For millions of small-scale fishermen, this means a lifeline, finally able to compete against illegal foreign vessels. A state-of-the-art satellite and drone system will allow real-time tracking and interception of threats. This isn't just about security, it's about preserving marine resources and livelihoods. Indonesia's vast maritime domain is crucial for global trade, and securing these waters benefits the world. The UK brings expertise and technology, while much of the manufacturing will happen in Indonesia, creating skilled jobs and boosting local industry. This is more than buying equipment. It's building Indonesia's capacity for self-reliance. The program anchors the strategic vision in real action. It empowers Indonesia to police its own waters and contribute to regional stability. President Prabowo's vision is becoming reality. The Indonesia-UK partnership addresses President Prabowo's dual ambition: economic prosperity and military strength. The maritime program protects the fishing industry and provides technology to build advanced warships. Technology transfer is key. British companies will work with Indonesian engineers to develop defense systems locally. This means Indonesia can maintain, upgrade, and eventually design its own ships. The investment creates thousands of skilled jobs, training a new generation for both military and civilian industries. Industrial growth supports military modernization, and a secure nation attracts more investment. The strategy is about national resilience, feeding the people and defending the borders. By linking fishermen's protection with frigate construction, Prabowo sends a clear message. Security and prosperity go hand in hand. The UK partnership provides the tools and expertise to make this vision real. Indonesia is building its own future. Central to the defense pillar is the Merah Putih, or red and white frigate, a symbol of Indonesia's ambition and self-reliance. Built in Indonesian shipyards, the frigate's design is based on a British model but integrates systems from multiple countries. This multi-source approach prevents dependency and lets Indonesia choose the best global technology. Building these warships at home forces local industry to meet international standards, with Indonesian engineers learning from British experts. The skills gained will boost not just military shipbuilding, but also commercial and industrial sectors. By balancing suppliers, Indonesia maintains strategic autonomy, never tied to a single partner. The red and white frigate is more than a ship. It's the embodiment of Prabowo's independent, pragmatic foreign policy. It signals Indonesia's confidence on the global stage. The project is a foundation for a modern, competitive shipbuilding industry. Indonesia is open for business, but on its own terms. The future sails under the red and white. The timing of the Indonesia-UK deal is rooted in shifting US politics. President Trump's second term and his America First policy created unpredictability in trade and alliances. For Indonesia, relying too heavily on the US became risky. Policy shifts could disrupt both trade and defense. Prabowo's team saw the need for a more stable, predictable partner. The UK, post-Brexit and eager for new alliances, fit the bill. This isn't about abandoning the US, but about balance. Indonesia wants strong ties with both. It's classic bebas active and independent active foreign policy. Strengthening ties with the UK gives Indonesia more options and flexibility. If Washington becomes difficult, Jakarta has alternatives. The UK deal offers clear, mutually beneficial terms, especially on technology and industry. In a world of uncertainty, London's steady approach was appealing. The move hedges against global turbulence and secures Indonesia's interests. It's a smart bet for a turbulent era. Indonesia's new partnership with the UK sends ripples across Southeast Asia. As ASEAN's largest nation, Indonesia's actions reshape regional dynamics. The UK's entry as a strategic partner introduces a new player, potentially stabilizing the region. A stronger Indonesian navy helps secure vital sea lanes, benefiting all ASEAN members. Indonesia's example may inspire others to diversify partnerships, reducing pressure to choose between the US and China. But some neighbors may feel uneasy, fearing a regional arms race or shifting power balances. Success depends on Indonesia reassuring ASEAN that its enhanced capabilities serve regional stability. Prabowo is actively shaping the strategic environment, not just reacting to it. The partnership shows it's possible to build strength while staying independent. The region's future will depend on how others respond to Indonesia's bold move. Southeast Asian capitals are watching Indonesia's UK deal with a mix of admiration and caution. Singapore welcomes a stronger Indonesia for maritime security, but will balance its own ties carefully. Malaysia and the Philippines see benefits in joint security, but rivalry may push them to modernize their own forces. They could seek similar deals with other Western powers or deepen US ties. Vietnam, facing China in the South China Sea, sees Indonesia's move as a smart template for strategic autonomy. Indonesia's success with technology transfer could inspire others to pursue similar paths. For ASEAN, the challenge is unity. Indonesia's independent path could fragment the bloc, but also empower it. The opportunity is a more multipolar, confident ASEAN engaging with a wider range of partners. How each nation adapts will shape the region's future. The ripple effect is just beginning. With this historic deal, President Prabowo has anchored Indonesia to a powerful Western partner. The partnership promises technology, investment, and a path to self-reliance. But can any alliance with a distant power offer lasting stability in a volatile world? History shows alliances can crumble as priorities shift. The real test is whether Indonesia uses this partnership as a catalyst, not a crutch. The goal: absorb technology, build skills, and develop industry so Indonesia no longer needs an external anchor. The red and white frigate, built at home, is the perfect symbol of this ambition. The UK deal is a valuable tool, but true security comes from within. Prabowo and his successors must steer towards self-sufficiency. The question isn't whether the British anchor will hold, but whether Indonesia can build a nation strong enough to weather any storm. The future is Indonesia's to shape.